Chicago, the Windy City, a place of legends and champions. From the Decatur Staleys to the Chicago Bears, this team has a storied history. Founded in 1920, the Bears have claimed 9 NFL championships, including 1 Super Bowl victory. With legends like George Halas and Walter Payton, the Bears have left an indelible mark on the game. But now it's our time to make history.
Grind every day, yeah, we aim for the stars. Feet on the ground, but our heads are on Mars. Visions of glory, sweat on our skin. We craft our story, determined to win. We the Titans, with hearts untamed. We face the giants in this battling game. Our dreams are loud, echoes of them remain. We stand as one, heading for the Hall of Fame. We chase the lights till the final whistle. Believe it when we say we never settle. We chase the lights till the final whistle. Believe it when we say we never settle. We did it, we did it.
It's a new dawn for Titans football. Their turf, our challenge. Every yard, every play, every game. Let's rise above. It's time to tighten up.
Victory, victory, victory.
What is up, Titans Nation? Week 1 is up on us. And of course, let's say hello to our co-host Tyler King TK. Titans football is back.
Yes, baby. We are back in action. Finally, we've got real football on right now. I know, Lee, you've got it on too.
Yeah, we're at commercial, but we finally get to see Derrick Henry for the first time.
I know, it's kind of bittersweet, right? Sorry,
It
I have a little
is.
audio issues right now. I'm just fixing this real quick.
But
there we go.
Week 1, we head to Chicago to take on the Chicago Bears.
To shut down the
And
doubters.
shout out to the video. I need to go find the Twitter account so I can make sure it's the right name that I'm going to say. I had a sword on fire. That is who made that video. Of course, I'd sent it to Tyler. Man, and I literally told you beforehand, if that doesn't make you want to run through a brick wall, I don't know what will.
I could cry. I'm so pumped. It is time. Titans Nation, baby.
But let's go ahead and dive into this game. Titans Bears on Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, noon Central on Fox. And we have the commentating crew, Adam Archuleta and Captain Butt Fumble himself, Mark Sanchez.
You had to bring that up, man. Come on.
Don't kick a man while he's down, but with Mark Sanchez, you have to bring up the Butt Fumble. But
yeah,
you have 2 rookies coming playing their first regular season game in the NFL, and Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze.
Yeah.
But you also have a guy who this is year 2 for him, who still has a lot to prove in Will Levis.
Yeah, and you can't
Like you have a completely rebuilt Titans team, top to bottom.
Absolutely, and you can't forget J.C. Latham, our rookie. I know he's offensive line, but still, he's going to be protect. He's going to be protecting Will, so Will is going to be depending on him a lot this year.
And they are recognizing the Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs right now on the broadcast.
Yes.
But Titans Bears, the Titans and the Bears, they're both in my mind loaded top to bottom.
Yes.
And the Bears lost quite a few people. DB Eddie Jackson. They traded Justin Fields to Pittsburgh. Darrell Taylor, I think they traded to Seattle before week 2 of the preseason. But the name at the top of the signed list is a very familiar name to all Titans fans.
31.
KB gets to play his old team at week 1.
Yep.
Two veterans right there at tight end, Gerald Everett and Mercedes Lewis, which go look at the OTP because Brian Callahan played with Mercedes Lewis in college at UCLA. Roma Dunze, the rookie out of Washington. Caleb Williams, the rookie out of USC. Keenan Allen, former LA Charger.
Top receiver in the league. Yeah, one of the top.
And then they still have DJ Moore. They have Darnell Wright out of Tennessee on the offensive line.
Yeah. I mean, Lee, as me, we've kind of talked about this, like, to be honest, like, if you really think about it, and a lot of people have kind of said this, the Bears kind of like have kind of a new identity as well. Kind of similar to the Titans do. Me and you've talked about that kind of, but I really think, it's kind of crazy to me that, to sit here and, you see the, which we'll get into the line and all of that stuff later, but, a lot of people are already counting us out, but this is going to be there's going to be some questions answered. Now, with that being said, we have to remember this, and I'm sure we'll see this game tonight as me and you both have it on watching as we're doing this pod, that it's week 1. You're going to see hiccups. There's going to be there absolutely will be moments Sunday where we're looking at the TV going, what is going there's going to be some moments like that.
We've seen it in the college game in the first 2 weeks of the season.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about, me and you, as you got the hat on, me and you, we kind of did our little like fourth quarter watch party over the phone with each other. We saw what happened.
Of the A&M Notre Dame game.
Yeah.
There's miscues all over the place, NFL and in college.
Yeah. Watching that game with you, we were sitting there and we're just like shaking our heads at like all the overthrows and the miscommunications, like especially in that fourth quarter. So that's going to happen.
And of course, I hate to put salt in the wound. Florida State is 0-2.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm not too happy about that.
But let's look back at these two teams. Their last 5 games. They're both 4-1.
Yeah.
The Titans they went undefeated in preseason. So did Chicago.
Yeah.
While they lost their last game of the season, we won our last game of the season.
Yeah.
But we lost on New Year's Eve to Houston 26-3.
Yeah.
That was our last loss.
Yeah.
So basically, we're 4-0 in the year 2024.
If you want to look at it that way, I guess so.
They're 4-1. They've played one extra game that we have in 2024.
Yeah.
But I'm looking, of course, we have to talk about the injuries. The depth chart is crazy. DeAndre Hopkins is sitting there at the top of it. He's questionable. So is Jamal Adams. But we have 3 guys on IR. 2 guys are done for the year. TK McClendon and Chance Campbell both had really good chances to make this roster. But Chance Campbell, of course, tore his ACL against New Orleans.
I hate that, too, because he did so good in preseason.
TK McClendon, I think, was the same thing. Cedric Gray is on IR to start the year. Possible return on October 14th. He's dealing with nerve damage in his shoulder. But the guy that I really want to get to, the report came out from PK in an interview with DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
We just thought it was a knee sprain. No. He tore his MCL back on July 31st. So that's about 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And TK, you and I were taught this before the show. And by what we've been hearing, it sounds like DeAndre is not playing on Sunday.
I don't think he is. And, we kind of, as you said, we were touching on this. And the thing that worries me right now with this entire situation, man, is I don't feel like I'm getting enough information on it.
Hey, and
Sorry.
should we go ahead and play this video from Taylor Lewan?
Play that, and then I'll finish my point after the video. Yeah, go ahead.
That's an easy bet in my mind. There's no guarantees. We can't guarantee bets here, but I'm taking that all season long. Right now, I believe the Bears are favored by 4 points. But dude, you got Calvin Ridley, and this is why it makes it ballsy. DeAndre Hopkins is not playing.
Right.
We just found out that he's not playing. I heard he was playing. Now he's not playing.
I'm telling you, I know he's not playing.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to tell you that right now.
Breaking news.
DeAndre Hopkins is not playing in that game. But revamped offensive line, Calvin Ridley, Chigankwonkwo, Pollard, Spears. Their offense is more dynamic than it's ever been. The play calling is more dynamic than it's ever been. And the defense is wildly slept on. You got Jamal Adams, who's going to give you a hell of a 3 games. Which, by the way, he's also not playing in this game.
Oh my God! But he's going to intimidate their ass off.
He's got a good off the bus look. He's not playing. I actually forgot to tell you guys.
Definitely going to be a fashion show.
Boys are. I think the boys are going to show up in a big way, and then all of a sudden there'll be some clamoring about the Tennessee Titans after week 1.
But they got.
Okay, so I want to go ahead and say, kind of to my last point about. First, I want to touch on DeAndre, as we just heard that. I don't feel like I'm getting enough information about it. It honestly worries me a bit that basically the type of injury it is, and me and you had talked, it's like kind of like with Tannehill and his high ankle sprain, which sounds way, way less than a knee issue, but at the same time, it's an aggravating thing. Apparently, he said, I think an interview that you were telling me about that you heard with DeAndre, he can play through the pain if he wants to, but Lee, you mentioned before the pod, at what cost?
Exactly.
So there's that. The other thing I want to touch on is I thought it was funny that Taylor said, he goes, he's going to give you a hell of a 3 games. I'm like, does he think that, is he just washed up? So that's what is Jamal Adams' injury?
I have not seen anything about an injury.
Me either, by the way.
It's on the he's on the injury report as questionable.
Does it say why? Does it just say limited? No. So it's
actually. Let me see if I can go find it from Jim Wyatt.
Okay.
But if
So let me ask you this, Lee, as you're looking that up, and I'll propose this question to you. What is your level of concern with our receiving core if Hop is out for a while? Do you think we're still okay? Do you still feel as confident, or what's your take on that, Lee?
If I can be completely honest on this, I feel like we're in a decent place where if he has to miss 3 or 4 games, okay. There are players who can step up. Here it is. So here's the updated list. So Jamal did not practice today, or he's not practiced the last 2 days with a hip injury.
But it doesn't specify. It just says hip injury. It doesn't specify hip flexor or anything like that. Okay.
Under the injury tab, it says hip for Jamal Adams. DeAndre Hopkins is, of course, the knee. He's been limited yesterday and today. Otis Reese is still dealing with that concussion. He's been limited the last 2 days.
Okay.
Then you go look at Chicago. Everybody's been limited. Everybody was limited outside of Mercedes Lewis and DeMarcus Walker. They were all limited yesterday. Keenan Allen is dealing with something with his heel. He's been limited yesterday and today. There's an offensive lineman quad limited yesterday and today. Ryan Bates, the offensive lineman, shoulder, limited yesterday, full participant today. Roschon Johnson, toe injury, limited yesterday and today. Zach Pickens, groin, limited yesterday and today. Montez Sweat, toe, limited yesterday and today. Mercedes Lewis had a rest day today, so he did not practice. And DeMarcus Walker, groin injury, was put on the injury list today for Chicago as limited.
Hey, I'm going to interrupt just for 1 second. Moment of silence. The NFL season is about to kick off right now.
It's kind of weird seeing Derek.
I know. We're gonna have to talk about it as soon as we see it. Because look, so Baltimore is getting it first, so it's gonna be
and
weird.
The ball is at the 30.
Yeah, this new kickoff rule. Gosh, it looks so weird seeing it like
and
this.
While we're talking about this game, let's go jump into the fantasy, the moves that we made.
Oh yeah. Okay. Do you have it pulled up, or do you need?
I do. So
okay.
Tyler and I, we had 2 trades. So I sent him Calvin Ridley, David Njoku, and Tua Tagovailoa. And in return on that Calvin Ridley trade, I got Kyler Murray, Zay Flowers, and Xavier Worthy.
So if people are watching, comment right now in the comments and let us know what you think about that, because I told Lee that's probably the most fair trade I've ever made in fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
Also, can we just talk about why does Derrick Henry look bigger right now?
He looks small to me.
What?
That wasn't even Derrick out there.
And Derrick gets the ball first. And Derrick does. Okay.
2 yards.
There we go.
I'm going to play ahead of you.
Oh, are you really? Wait, no. Oh, I don't know if you are or not. Well,
because we just had a flag on the play.
Oh, okay. So you are playing.
But
okay.
The second trade that we made, of course, both of these went through tonight. They fully processed tonight.
Like an hour ago.
Yeah. And I gave him the second trade. I gave him the Dolphins defense in Gabe Davis for Najee Harris and George Pickens.
Which I also think is fair. I kind of was talking to Lee about, me and Lee, like we do, like this is our this is a gig that we do. So like we take football really seriously, and I'm in another league, and people are sending me these crazy trades. So it's definitely important to be in a league with people like me that are mindful and actually because like I said, it's like I was telling Lee, like we do this every week. Like we have to watch this regardless because this is like what we do. So, but it's been fun. It's going to be a good year. We'll give you all fantasy updates on our league every single year, as well as today.
Every week.
Yeah. As well as me and Lee today, I set up a pick 'em list. So me and Lee will be picking all NFL games every week, and we'll give you an update on all of that as well.
So, of course, I know we both have our picks in. I picked Kansas City in this game.
Me too.
And then, of course, let's get back to Titans Bears.
Yeah, we just got really excited because football just started, ladies and gentlemen.
But the Titans, they made a lot of moves.
I can't remember the last time that a lot of we basically were like, we went all in, like here's everybody and we're gonna get all new people. It was like a game of poker almost. It was crazy.
Exactly. And of course the Titans lose Elijah Molden, Hassan Haskins, Christian Fulton. They all go to the LA Chargers.
Yeah. And then we of course, Aziz went to the Texans, right?
Along with Danico. Kyle Phillips is a Buffalo Bill.
I saw that in practice squad.
Braden Narvison is now Braden Narvison is the head kicker for Green Bay.
tomorrow.
Them in Nashville in week 3.
Yeah, and then tomorrow in Brazil, we'll see that as well. And Derek just got stuffed.
2nd and 9. This is fixed me backed up because I've got a flag on the play over here.
Gosh, this is going to be so hard right now to do this while this game's on. We got to keep rolling. We got to keep rolling. All right, Titans football, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course, the Titans signed running back Tony Pollard, offensive lineman Lloyd Cushenberry, linebacker Kenneth Murray, and then you go back-to-back corner with Chidobe Awuzie and L'Jarius Sneed. You get Leroy Watson in a trade from Cleveland. You sign Tyler Boyd. You draft Jarvis Brownlee, Jaquan Jackson, James Williams, Jalen Harrell, J.C. Latham. But you also grab a much-needed threat in Calvin Ridley.
That dude's route running is it's insane. He can be. I feel like he gets open every play if he wants to. Like, it's crazy.
But, and of course, I have to throw this out. If you're a Titans fan and you're wanting to support this show, the merch link is down in the bio.
Yes, absolutely. Go get our merch.
And it's in our minds, it's reasonably priced.
Absolutely.
But the big games for us this week.
Yeah.
We both hit on this.
Yeah.
Top 5 games for week 1 or to watch in week 1. I had to put Titans Bears at number 1.
Obviously.
And there's 3 reasons why. Can Levis handle this pressure of being the head man now? Knowing he has a veteran behind him who can creep up at any minute and take his job.
Yeah.
The second thing I'm looking for this week, are the Titans who we think they are?
Yes.
And the third thing to look at for this week as the Titans go to Chicago to take on the Bears, is the secondary improved?
Yeah. So, Lee, before we move on, obviously, I wanted to touch on this just to piggyback off of just this game one. Obviously, as we are a Titans podcast, I wanted to kind of go over players that me and you kind of are looking for, but also elaborate. I think, honestly, my biggest thing is I was telling you before the pod, we have yet to see this secondary.
Yeah.
We in full, like, so what does exactly in full swing is Cheeto and Sneed gonna be what we think they are and what they have been in the past. For us, it's gonna be that secondary is a big question. But yeah, man, and especially with Hop out, that's another big point. I'm curious. And me and you talked. Obviously, we already know who me and you want to bring up. Our boy.
He's on TV right now. He's on TV right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, man.
How weird is it? How weird is it looking at a game right now?
With
Derrick Henry in that purple.
Yeah, and your wide receiver just caught a pass.
Oh yeah, he got me 2.9. Derrick has got me 9/10 of a point.
Yeah, but anyway, man. What and obviously Will Levis. But what are some players or positions that you're going to be like really looking for this week in this game to that maybe aren't fully proven yet, and you're still kind of have questions about?
Well, first off, you have to go defense. You got to look at that combination out there right in the middle of the defensive line. Jeff and Sweat versus that that offensive interior for Chicago. The Darnell Wright and their right guard, left guard, center, that guard center triangle against Jeff and Sweat.
Yeah.
Because the thing that I'm looking for is, can that interior offensive line for Chicago take care of both Jeff and Sway and keep them from wrecking this game?
Yeah.
The second part that I'm looking at is it's either DJ Moore or Keenan Allen versus Chidobe Awuzie. And then the person opposite of that on L'Jarius Sneed, because in my mind, those two corners have to prove it right now because we have not seen them in action yet.
Yeah. So you've got Keenan Allen for the Bears. You've got DJ Moore and a dude. Okay. So
And Awuzie,
in your opinion,
Romadunzi.
in my eyes, I think Sneed will be on Allen. I think Cheeto is probably on DJ or no.
Yeah.
And then
McCurry
on a yeah, I
on
mean, and all this is going to depend on the formations that we're going to be, that they're going to throw at us, and I'm sure there'll be some moving parts as well. But yeah, very curious about that.
Yeah, and then you have to think, and this goes back to my first point. How will Will Levis handle the pressure? Because the Bears' defense is good. They've always had good defenses.
Yeah, I mean historically, yeah, and honestly, they do have some dogs,
Oh, should I go and say it?
Yeah, did he?
Touchdown, Derrick Henry.
Touchdown, really? I'm still a play behind, but oh, no way.
They opened up the hole.
I'm about to see it.
It kind of hurts.
Oh, I need to see it. Here it is. I'm watching it live. You're a play ahead of me, but I'm about to see it happen.
It kind of hurts.
Oh man, I don't like it. That's so weird.
It kind of makes you want to cry a little bit.
It does, and after
it's bittersweet.
After just seeing what I just saw and how easy they just took the ball down the field, although there was like 3 or 4 penalties.
3, I think.
Yeah, Baltimore is going to be trouble this year, guys. That's why I told you I had them taking it, or
Go back and look at the show from last Monday.
Yeah.
Where we or the last Tuesday, where we went through cuts and our playoff predictions.
And I had Baltimore going to the Super Bowl.
And then I think it was Titans Ravens
in the AFC. Yeah, and then you had Titans.
AFC
yeah. Which we're going to do that again later on.
Yeah, we'll do it mid-season. But there are a lot of things to keep an eye on in this game.
Yeah.
And then if Hop is out, who steps up?
I mean, at this, so you'll basically basically what this does is it pushes Ridley to probably 1. I still think Boyd will stay in the slot though. That's his bread and butter. I think we keep him there, and then you put Burks. Burks is going to have to step up, and then of course you're going to have NWI,
Jaquan,
and
Jaquan
as well. Yeah, and I think Jaquan,
and then
think
whoever we bring up, whoever comes up from practice squad.
Absolutely, and I think we use Jaquan Jackson. I think he will be our what I like to call like a Swiss Army knife for us. I think we're going to put him in different formations, like
our Debo Samuel.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, don't be surprised if like he ends up in the backfield at some point and we pitch him the ball, like pitch it to him, like not not even a screen. Yeah. Like, don't be surprised. Like, or we run a jet sweep. We're going to try to get him involved in different ways. So, going to be very interested in to see that.
But, and I know, Tyler, I know there were things that you were wanting to throw in on that game.
On what game?
The Titans Bears.
Oh, yeah. We pretty much have covered them, man. Yeah. No, yeah. That was that's pretty much yeah.
So game 2.
Yeah.
I went interdivision. I went Texans at the Colts. And the one thing I want to see is, and I could do a 2-part on this one.
And go ahead and do it, yeah.
Can Stroud live up to the hype?
And
the same thing with Anthony.
Yeah, exactly.
Can Richardson live up to the hype? And can I second part of Richardson one? Can he stay healthy?
Can he make it through a game? Literally.
And you could also say the same thing about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Number 3, I went Vikings at the Giants. And this one's dealing with Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Can Darnold revive his career in Minnesota?
Yeah, with JJ getting hurt, yeah.
And they've already named him the starter.
Yeah.
This one could be misconstrued a little bit the way I worded it, but it's Cowboys at the Browns, and this one is dealing with Dak. With the weapons around him, offensively and defensively, you have CeeDee Lamb. You've got a plethora of receiving threats. Jake Ferguson, the tight end. But defensively, you also have a guy in Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Can Dak lead this team to the playoffs?
Yeah.
And we'll revisit some of these questions midway through the season.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And then what's your 5?
I went Jets at the Niners, the Monday night game.
Yeah, that'll be interesting for sure.
The 2 questions, they somewhat go hand in hand. The first was about Aaron Rodgers. Can Rodgers stay healthy? If you look back to last year, Aaron Rodgers only made it 4 minutes into his season before he was done for the year, where he ruptured his Achilles. And then the hype around Brock Purdy.
Can he keep it rolling?
Can he keep this Niner train rolling?
Yeah. And let me and then can I give you my 3 real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, so obviously the game we're watching right now, Ravens and Chiefs. Obviously, for obvious reasons, I wanted to see what it looks like with that dual threat with Lamar and Derek. The other one I have is Bills Cardinals, and the 2 reasons I have this is with the Bills losing who they lost and with the receivers, I'm curious to see what that looks like, and also can Murray, bring it back from having a god awful year, can he bring it back? And exactly. Yep. Marvin Harrison Jr. And my last one to look for is kind of a 2-parter as well, just kind of how you had Stroud and Anthony Richardson. Jacksonville and the Dolphins. Trevor Lawrence and Tua, can they prove that they were worth the money they were paid?
Exactly.
So all those are pretty short and sweet, but those are definitely the ones. Those are, those are some extra ones to piggyback off of what your top 5 were.
But before we dive into the final little snippet of this show, we have to hit keys to victory for Titans Bears.
Absolutely.
Brought to you by Las Fajitas in Dixon. For me, I had to go, you have to rattle that rookie early. And you go back and look at the Hard Knocks, where his coach asked him, "How do you feel?" He's like, I'm not worried. I'm not nervous.
Yeah.
After you face a pass rush like Tennessee, Caleb, you will be nervous. You will be.
Hey, Lee, 1 second. Just keep rolling. Just keep going, okay?
Okay. And Caleb will, if you're not nervous right now, you will be. You will be seeing ghosts. Number 2, you have to protect Will Levis at all costs. You draft a rookie tackle in J.C. Latham. You have to do what you can do to protect Will. And, of course, you've got a revamped offensive line. You've got a highly touted you have a highly touted center in Lloyd Cushenberry. You've got a second-year man at left guard in Peter Skronsky. You're starting Dylan Radins at right guard. You have a guy who's trying to, quote unquote, revive his career here in Tennessee with NPF. The third key for me, and it's a 3A, 3B type situation, in the passing game, you have to get guys open. And you have to be able to create those X plays, which are plays of 15 to 20 yards plus through the air. And this one goes hand in hand, but this one's on the ground. In the running game, create those running lanes and create those X plays on the ground.
Yeah, and we're all talking about the passing game. Don't be surprised, and I truly believe this, don't be surprised if we come out running this ball a lot this game. Or we may not be trying to bomb it. Go ahead.
TK, what is it for you? What are you looking to see Victor to help us win this game?
To piggyback over like some of the things that you went over, can we protect Levis?
Yes.
And I've said this a lot on the show. I think a lot of this season depends on Levis. Can Levis be smart when he scrambles? Is Levis going to still be, is he going to start trucking people? Is he going to, because I don't need Levis to get hurt this year. I think if Levis stays healthy, and of course you also have, the Hopkins thing, which is still kind of weird, like up in the air.
Yeah.
But I think
this kind of hurts in fantasy. I should have started Xavier Worthy because he scored a touchdown.
Oh, great.
He got his first touchdown as a rookie in week 1.
Yeah. But another thing, keys to victory is we have got the biggest thing is stop that pass game. At the end of the day, they do have Keenan Allen, sure-handed receiver. They do have DJ Moore. He's a quick guy. He's fast. Adun's, our secondary for me, like we have got to stop. Yeah. I'm not super worried about the run.
Because you have 366-pound Devondre Sweat.
You can't
right
how,
in the middle.
How are you going to run up the middle against us? I mean, I wouldn't want to.
And then the biggest thing that I'm worried about is setting the edge. And that's second level for us.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because they're going to have to do that.
But Jalen Harrell could be the X factor for us.
Absolutely. No, I agree. Absolutely.
But the big thing for me is who wins this game? Titans Bears.
So
if you're watching it, if you're watching live now, or you come back later, throw your prediction in the comments.
Yeah, we want score prediction too. Where I'm curious about that.
So let me go back to, because I have this pulled up. It is the game ID for Titans Bears. Titans are a 3.5-point underdog on the road week 1. Over under is 45.5 or 44.5. So 45 points. Both teams have looked, I don't want to say dominant in the preseason, but both of them sort of did. We beat a team that was playing pretty much all backups. That was playing all backups mostly week 1 of the preseason, 17-13. We beat Seattle. Our backups beat Seattle's backups 16-15 in week 2, which I was there.
Yeah.
And then we go to New Orleans. We go to New Orleans, and we hang 30 for the first time in 2 years?
Dude, I think it was more than that. Didn't we say it was like 21 or something?
It was either 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, it was something like crazy.
But we go to New Orleans and win 30-27.
Yeah.
Chicago, on the other hand, they win the Hall of Fame game 21-17. in 3 quarters.
Yeah.
They go to Buffalo and win 33-6.
Yeah.
You come home, beat Cincinnati 27-3.
Yeah.
And then you go to Arrowhead and beat the Chiefs 34-21.
Yeah.
So in my mind, this is a closely matched game.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let Tyler start off with this.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell everybody right now. I've got this surprise. I got a surprise. Apparently, according to the media, this would be a surprise. But I think Titans win this game either 24-13 or 24-16, and I'm marking that down right now. And I think Will Levis throws for 280, maybe even 3. And I know that's bold, but I believe it. What is your take?
I'm trying to do some math.
Yeah. What are you thinking? I see those Lee Hillis wheels turning, brother. That's what you got?
28-17.
Okay.
Titans over the Bears. But they do not cover the over-under.
Yeah.
The over-under is 44.5.
Okay.
If I was to have went 28-21, that would have been 49 points.
Yeah.
So actually, they do cover.
Yeah.
Because that's 46 right there. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, 46. So they do cover the over-under.
Yeah.
So they go over that 44.5. But I said Titans are 3.5-point underdogs, so they cover that 3.5.
Yeah.
But I think the Titans are better than what the media thinks.
Absolutely, man. I'm so sick of hearing this.
They're downplaying the Titans' ability to play ball. But if you go back and look, you were playing a really good quarterback in New Orleans. You jump out to a decent sized lead in New Orleans.
Yeah.
But you have a guy, but you missed the field goal. I think it was going into the half.
Yeah.
That was one of the questionable calls that I'm still scratching my head about with Kelly.
Yeah.
And they take it back 106 yards.
Yeah.
To the 3-yard line.
Yeah.
And it was Thomas Odukoya who stopped it.
Yeah.
The track that Mike Keith and them did, he went 163 yards.
That's insane, dude. That's
to
crazy.
Track that play down from behind. So I feel like the Titans, quote unquote, have the upper hand because the stat I want to bring up, rookie quarterbacks in week 1, starting in week 1, they're 0-14-1 the last 15 years.
Yeah.
So not a single rookie quarterback has ever won in week 1.
Yeah.
Since Marcus Mariota.
Against the Bucks. Yeah, I remember that 4-touchdown pass game.
But the rookie quarterbacks in the last 15 games are 0-15-1.
That's a big stat, man. That's pretty big. That's crazy.
So I feel good about our defense in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm also, like when you talk about the media and stuff, don't be surprised that if that line goes from 3.5 to 4.5 once it comes out that Hopkins is not playing.
Oh yeah,
because I'm telling you just him alone not playing will change the line. I bet. And of course, now we have to look at Taylor Swift. Sorry.
So, someone create a drinking game. Every time you see Taylor Swift, you take a swig.
Oh, I know. I had some friends that played that game during the Super Bowl, and they were
They were gone. They were gone.
They were very drunk. I can just tell you.
They were gone. But before we get out of here, I have to mention the merch line one more time.
Absolutely. Go get some merch, people. Come on.
But, and like, a lot of people have said, like, dude, like, I haven't seen that type of line before.
Yeah.
Especially the shirt that's leading the way on views. So let me give you this rundown. I wish I had my phone on me.
Are you pulling it up?
It's like 70 people have looked at the website, looked at the merch line already.
That's great.
And I'm like, and like 10 people have looked at that first shirt, the one that you somewhat helped design.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Gotta love it.
With the skeleton hands.
Yeah, gotta love it.
But we're coming to the end of the first quarter, tied at 7 in Kansas City. But as we get ready to get out of here, Tyler, is there anything else you want to add to this?
Nope. Couple more days, everybody. And we've got a lot of cool stuff coming. It's actually already up, I know, on YouTube for the Miami
Dolphins
game. Yeah, the Dolphins game. I wanted to
watch
mention
party.
that. Yes, watch party. Absolutely. Me and Lee will be
pre-game and watch party.
Pre-game and watch party. Absolutely. So we will be watching the game live.
The time
together.
The time might adjust. It depends.
Yes.
But as right now, it's right around that 6:45, 7 o'clock mark.
Yeah.
Because
but regardless, we'll be here for the whole game. Regardless, we will watch the whole game. We'll be here.
Yeah.
Hooked up. It'll be great. So
you'll want to come hang out. And
absolutely.
Of course, I'm working on the video stuff right now for like the touchdowns and everything.
Absolutely.
But dude, 2 more days.
2 more days.
2 more sleeps.
2 more sleeps.
After tonight.
I can't believe it. It's finally here.
Till we hit game day.
Absolutely.
And just, of course, Tyler's now on Twitter.
I am now on Twitter. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Lee finally talked me into it, and so I'm there as well.
Me and RJ.
You and RJ both, yeah. So I'm on there too now, so you guys can find me on there.
And of course, you can go find the podcast on Twitter at Podcast615, Instagram at the 615 Podcast.
Absolutely.
And you can find the audio. I'll post audio up probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
It'll come out about 8 a.m. Eastern, so 7 a.m. Central. So if you're looking for something to listen to on your way to work, there you go.
Absolutely.
But, man, Tyler, game week's here.
It is here.
But as we get ready to get out of here, what do we always like to say? Stay classy.
Stay classy and tighten up.
Tighten up. Let's get tightened up.